Good afternoon. My name is Amanda Kite. I'm going to be sharing with you today one of the classes that I'm teaching at Mission College currently, and that is going to be in the Health Occupations Department. I teach in the LVN to RN program as well as the RN program, and I am going to be sharing with you today one of our virtual clinical classes that we do. So as you can see on my dashboard here, I have several different options. Several of these classes are mine. So I'm going to go down to the one that I'm going to be sharing with you today, starting with the welcome to my class and what to expect. And then I'll walk you through how I categorize my class and taught my class, or because this class did end as of last week, because it's only 5 weeks. So we can see here, I personally like to just put down my actual name since there's so many classes on here. It makes it very easy to find. So I changed it to Miss Amanda Shadow Advanced Clinical. We're going to go ahead and click on that Canvas shell and go here under announcements. And once we click on announcements, we see that when I started this class, or right before, it says Shadow Health Clinical as the heading. And we click on here, and it gives a pretty good description of just as far as, some encouragement, because it is a welcome letter, and we have gone through a lot, obviously, since COVID has started, and especially for us in our department, it's been very difficult for our students to be able to finish specific hours in hospitals and whatnot. So I started off with some encouragement and just thank you for your patience and dedication and just trying to help ease some of their anxiety, gave some information about COVID-19, what their experience would have been versus what we're doing now, and that they're still getting a good experience. I gave a lot of information here just as far as so that they could know what to expect before I added stuff into the actual Canvas course. I do use assignments instead of modules. That's just my personal preference. So before I do everything in there, in the welcome letter, I give them a good heads up so they can kind of wrap their head around what they're going to be doing and know what's going on for our course before it starts and before I get everything put into Canvas under assignments. So it tells you basically when your journals are due, when your assignments are due. It of course gives you your welcome back to school, especially after the summer, because we are entering, this was for fall. And I also put in here just all the assignments that we're going to be doing, weekly journals, all the due dates, and talk a little bit about the virtual health. It's called Shadow Health, what we use to actually complete our assignments. And I give them just a little bit of information about that because we do as well did a Zoom to be able to do an orientation on Shadow Health. So I didn't want to give too much information so that they wouldn't get too anxious. So here is that information. And then we're going to go ahead. And as I said, I prefer to use assignments other than modules. That's just my personal preference. And I like everything very very organized and put into categories. So as you can see here, we have our pediatric journals. That's one type of assignment that my students will be doing. I also have the different articles and reading assignments. And if you'll take special note, everything is done per week. So week 1 through week 5. And it's very, very clear when something is due, how many points it's worth, and what the assignment is. And I will open up one of these to show you. Medication sheets, medication sheets are there, as well as Shadow Health in general, just to, if they completed it and got the proper score to be able to pass it. I give them a complete to let them know that I know that they did that because it's a separate entity. So again, just helping their anxiety to know that I know that they're on course and they're doing well. And then I post different videos that we do in our post-conference because we do meet every week in this class via Zoom. And then I repost the video, of course, here if they wanted to go back and revisit that video. So this is the basic outline and what usually most of my Canvas shells look like. I will go ahead and just pull one up for you just so you can see. So for example, this is how I always lay it out. I would post what the assignment is on the top here, and then I will give clear directions. You can answer your journals here in the box. You can cut and paste in a Word document, whatever works best for you. I try to be as flexible as possible and what feels good to the student, because I can grade it either way. Less stress is best, right? So here we go, Mission College Pediatric Clinical Journal assignment, fall 2020. And again, this is week two, everything's very, very organized. And then I also remind them again, please answer the following questions. This journal is due Sundays by 10 p.m. And then these are the questions that they're gonna answer. And as I said earlier, they can either just answer it right in here, or they can cut and paste and do a Word document and submit it, because I have made that available in Canvas, and I will show you that. So it shows here the due date, which is September 13th by 10 p.m. It is for everyone in that class. And if I went to edit just to show you, it shows that they have the opportunity to, to basically, they can either do it in the text entry, which would be them typing it in, or if they, like I said before, would prefer to do it as a file upload, they can do that as well. And then again, everything is in here, and it gives the due date, and I don't have to put the until date. I did for whatever reason this time. And then for this specific assignment, there's not an available from. Some of them I do available from, and some of them I don't. It just depends on the assignment and what I'm doing, and kind of, obviously if it's a quiz I would, and under certain circumstances, such as, for example, their shadow health, they will go, let's just do the same week 2. This one would have an availability date, not maybe in here, but in their shadow health, so that they can't go ahead, just as a side note. So this is just another one, and it clearly explains that they do not need to submit anything here in Canvas. It's just to show that the student that I got the assignment in Shadow Health, which is the other entity that we would be using. And pretty much that is how I lay out all of my Canvas. I try to lower anxiety and really help the student understand, and then they're more than welcome, of course, if they don't understand something, to contact me. For this particular Canvas, we didn't have any discussion boards. In my other when we're teaching medical surge, we do have discussion boards. It just depends on what I find to be the best way for the students, or to be able to ask questions or absorb the information, or if we want some crosstalk to happen. So I think this is a pretty good outline of my class and how I do things. The syllabus is here as well. Unfortunately, this time my Word was not working. It actually still is not working. But where there is a will, there is a way. So I was still able to, everything's still here that is needed. And this is basically the welcome and the outline of my course. Please let me know if I'm missing anything, and I'd be more than happy to add it on there. And I hope you enjoyed this short video. Thank you so much, and have a great day.